women are making strides in various fields. One institution remains a challenging terrain, the judiciary, Today on Feminine Focus, we are shedding light on the obstacles women face in the courts, from gender bias to limited opportunities. Join us as we explore these challenges of women in the judiciary. My name is Fausa Jinado Hassan, your regular guide. Let's have a background report before we continue. Don't go away.
In Nigeria's legal landscape, women are making strides, but the judiciary remains a challenging terrain. Despite progress, women judges, lawyers, and professionals face unique obstacles that hinder their growth and representation. From underrepresentation in senior positions to gender bias and stereotypes, the challenges are real. According to a report by the Nigerian judiciary, women make up only 34% of judges in the country. This underrepresentation is not unique to the judiciary. Women are also underrepresented in leadership positions in law firms, academia, and government. Societal expectations and cultural norms also play a significant role in shaping women's experiences in the judiciary. Many women in the legal profession face pressure to balance work and family responsibilities, and some are forced to make difficult choices between their careers and personal lives. Despite these challenges, many women in Nigeria's judiciary are breaking barriers and achieving success. They are judges, lawyers, and experts who are making a difference in their communities and inspiring a new generation of women to join the profession. However, this is still much work to be done. To create a more inclusive and equitable environment, the judiciary must address systemic barriers and support women in leadership positions. The Nigerian government and civil society organizations are working to promote women's empowerment. Initiatives such as mentorship programs, training, and advocacy campaigns are helping to create a more supportive environment for women in the judiciary. As Nigeria's judiciary continue to evolve, it is essential to recognize the contributions of women and address the challenges they face. By promoting and supporting women in leadership positions, Nigeria can build a more just and equitable society for all. Today on Feminine Focus, we will explore the challenges women face in Nigeria's judiciary and the ways to overcome them.
Today, of course, we'll hear from Sarah Sambo Ishaku, a woman who have navigated these challenges and succeeded. Throughout her career, Sarah has demonstrated a commitment to excellence, breaking down barriers and challenging the status quo. She's a role model for young women aspiring to join the legal profession. We are honored to have her share her insight with us today. She will explore the impact of societal expectations, cultural norms, and limited access to opportunities. She will also address ways to promote and support women in the judiciary. It's my pleasure to have you join us on the program Feminine Focus.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let us dive into the challenges women face in Nigeria's judiciary and work towards creating a more inclusive and equitable legal system. So what inspired you to pursue a career in law?
What actually inspired me as I was growing up since I think in primary school was that I had this deep-rooted desire for promotion of justice, to see justice being done, especially for women, children, vulnerable people, providing justice to them. Because then I could see how the lack of it, or the not awareness of where they could go for help, caused a lot of community pains affected families. So it was one of the things that made me to go into law, and the legal profession, reading law, provided this platform for me as an individual.
Okay, that sounds interesting. So what are some of the biggest obstacles you've encountered as a woman in judiciary? I mean, you might have gone through a whole lot of challenges. So what challenges did you face as a woman in the profession?
Sometimes you are being underestimated because you are a woman, and then most at times in the profession, it's been thought of that a male will do better or maybe has more time than you. And cases that I've done, that while I was preparing, I was told that I will not be able to succeed in it because I was being underestimated. So it could sometimes it's subtle, the bias is subtle, sometimes it's obvious, and things like that, because of the male-dominated space that we have. But although we have more female lawyers, we have female lawyers that are going into the field today, but we still have some of those challenges are being faced by women.
So how did you overcome these challenges?
Building competence, developing yourself, studying. You need knowledge, you need integrity to be able to overcome these challenges. And that was what helped me in one of the cases I just mentioned that I was being underestimated, that I was able to go deep, to study. And when I went with that matter that I was told that I will not succeed, I was able to get a judgment in that matter because I was able to develop myself. I was able to study well, to be prepared before going into whatever I had to go to. So that's the way I was able to overcome that particular challenge and the other challenges I've been facing.
In your opinion, do you think women are underrepresented in senior positions in the judiciary?
Looking at the Kaduna judiciary, in my own opinion, we have a great number of women in the judiciary. And so I will not really say that we are underestimated the number of women in the judiciary. We need more women in the judiciary, but as it is now, I think if I may give a grading of 60 55 45, let me leave it at that. We still need more women in the judiciary. We still need more women to bring in their intellect, as we have not gotten to the level, the number we want to have attained.
40 60, or you said?
Let's make it 55 45.
55 45. It's not equal then.
Yeah, it's still not equal.
So can we now say that women are not fully represented?
Yes, we are not fully represented, but I wouldn't say we are underrepresented for Kaduna State. Or when you look at other northern states, truly they are really underrepresented. Because when you look at other states, you may see, in short, I think there is a state that in the judiciary, I think it's just one female or so. Northeast, northwest, some of these states. But for Kaduna, as I mentioned that, talking about Kaduna State where I work, truly at least we have 45, 55, even though we are not fully represented, but at least we have come a long way compared to other states, especially in the north where truly women are really, really underrepresented.
In that case, I want to believe that women aren't fully represented. But it's actually countered what you earlier said. So moving on, personally, have you experienced or witnessed any form of gender bias in the judiciary?
Let me just give you a most recent one. Just as I introduced myself, I said I am the Deputy Director in the Law Custom in Kaduna State Matador Courthouse. We mediate, we do ADR there, we mediator. So sometimes when cases have been assigned to you and then the parties come, because you are a female, you find somebody telling you that he does not think you are competent enough to mediate in his matter because you are a female. And so in such kind of circumstances, you have to let him understand that you are an expert in that field, but where the person still is, some at the end of the day will allow you to go on, but some will still insist that they want a male mediator to take over that session.
All right, how did you handle it?
Okay, just like I said, I started earlier on. As a female in the judiciary, what I did was to develop myself. I went through a lot of trainings. I did a lot of study so that when I'm handling a matter, I handle it professionally with excellence. So that was what happened. Like one of the matter I started earlier. I said I was told that I would not even get that judgment. But I did a lot of researches, I did a lot of my homework. I was able to study, and then when I went before the High Court judge for the first time, because the person who underestimated told me that such an order, it was a statutory order that had never been set aside before. But that matter that I went into, because of the study and mentorship, my superior at that time guided me, and I did my homework, and I was able to get that matter set aside because of the professionality in which I was able to address the challenge that I had in front of me then.
Okay, then going forward, what do you think can be done to address this sort of imbalance, so to say?
We really need a lot of mentorship programs. We need to have targeted and sensitive workplace policies that will provide a more friendly workplace for women to work. If we have mentors that are mentoring us and are helping us, and we have these friendly policies in our places of work, it will help us to do well and to put in all the best that we can. We'll be able to, and then especially for women, I would advise that women should also learn to specialize in one aspect of the law in the sector, so that when you are specialized in that area, you will be looked for. People they won't be able to do without you. So but where you don't develop yourself, you don't develop the skills, the competence, you'll be underrated. You will not be allowed you will not be present. You'll be underrepresented at every level. But when we're able to have these policies being set in our places of work that help the women and makes it friendly for them to be able to more relaxed working environment for them, I think it will go a long way. And then also community awareness, like helping people to understand that it's not about gender only, but about the intellect to the excellence. Once you are able to build yourself, that's what counts, your professionalism and not your gender.
Okay, there is every likelihood that you have mentors. Who were some of your role models who have helped you in your career, and how did they support you?
I was really fortunate to have had role models when I started. Remember I said I had the passion since I was a small child, and I already knew where I wanted to go to be at the bench. Well, of course we have to start somewhere. So after being called to bar, I joined a law firm, and truly my superior at that time, he's late now, Ruben James, really supported me. He mentored me. I remember the first day I went into the chamber, he told me that I had to read the law reports. He even encouraged me to get a hard copy where I will write principles and the laws, the cases with their principles. So I still have those handbooks. And then he gave me work. Whenever he gave me work to do, he would tell me to argue it from the point of view of the plaintiff and the point of view of the defendant. So I always did that, and it really went a long way in helping me. And so when I went into the judiciary, and I was a legal research officer to Kotu Justice Honorable Justice Isa Aliu, he's a very hardworking judge also, and he was able to put me through. And so when he saw I came in with what I had learned from the chambers I worked from, and so he also mentored me and put me through, so that wherever he will always say, Sarah, wherever you go to, because you have been trained under me, you will not have any problem. And truly, when I eventually went into the bench as a customary court judge, I didn't have problem because I had those people that mentored and really put me in the right place.
All right, let's talk about work-life balance and societal expectations. So how do you balance your professional responsibilities with family and personal life? Do you face any unique challenges in that regards?
It's not easy, but we have to. Of course, you know that the society expectation on women especially place so much domestic responsibility on us. And then with the height in our places of work, the challenges, the workload in the offices also. So we have to balance it. And of course, we know that for me, I've learned to prioritize, I've learned to delegate, and most importantly, the support I have at home. I have a supportive husband that has helped me in helping me to balance the two together, so that I have people that help me at home. That's why I said delegation. So setting your priorities to it, you can balance the two. So you don't have to throw one for the other. So with these challenges, and then once you're able to have, as I said, having a supportive home system where people at home are supportive of what you are doing, it makes it very, very easy for you, because it will not be as if you have to come back from the office and do all the domestic responsibility that you have to do because of what society has, society expectation, what they expect from you as a woman. But once you're able to play, you are able to prioritize what you need to do, and then you are able to delegate it. It goes a long way in helping you, and which has helped me so far.
Okay, let's take a look at inspiring young women. What qualities, or will I say skills, do you think are essential for women to succeed and to prepare them for the challenges ahead?
Hard work, professionalism, that's learning. You need to be a person of integrity. You need to be a person full of knowledge, because like in the legal system, you need to have knowledge. So you need to school. You must, that's the first stage. You go to school. Once you're able to come out, you are called, and then you start practicing. You don't have to wait until you have a formal work. So once you're able to start practicing, put in your best. You can't be a lazy person and expect to have a place, or to be not to be underestimated, or not to be put as not to be respected. So you speak respectfully to people around you. You get yourself involved with people around that will help you to develop yourself, to grow in that field. So you need to be hardworking. You need to, as I said, also specialize in those areas that you are passionate about. Like for me, as I told you earlier, I really wanted to go into the bench because I felt as a judge sitting on it, I'll be able to do justice. And so that was one of the things that took me there. And then while I was on the bench, I had this passion for mediation. I felt that cases do not have to end between giving a judgment to one person, a win-lose situation. No, I had the passion for mediation, and so I trained. I went through ICMC and training as a mediator, trained as an arbitrator, and I moved on the cadre. And then I veiled myself in the work, and the qualification is what even got me into the Kaduna State Multi-Door Courthouse right now. So avail yourself, study. You need to study. You need to be hardworking. You can't afford to be lazy in the legal profession, because laziness will not take you anywhere. So you need to stand out, specialize in one area. You need to grow, and that is why you need to have this continuous education. Just don't feel that your call to buy certificate is okay for you. No, you need to develop and go and move forward. Look for passion, where you have passion in the legal profession, and specialize in those areas too, and it will help you to stand out.
All right, so what advice would you give to young women aspiring to join legal profession?
You belong here. If that's where your heart is, your passion is, you belong in the legal profession. So don't allow anyone to make you not to go into it. You can balance career and your personal life also. So you need to come. There's space for you in the legal profession. All you need is to be committed to your work, be a person of integrity, be competent in what you are doing, and once you are competent in what you are doing and you are not laid back, you will go places. You will find people looking for you because of your expertise, and so there is enough space for you. And so don't allow anybody to discourage you in any way. Come over. Your voice is needed to help many people that will need your help legally or otherwise.
All right, thank you, Sarah, for sharing your valuable insights and experiences with us today. Your perspectives have surely shed light on the challenges women face in Nigeria's judiciary and the ways to overcome them.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm most grateful.
All right, let's go on a short break, after which the program continues. Stay glued.
Educating, entertaining, and enlightening you is our mandate, as we have enriching programs for your viewing pleasure. Get the tips of some among many of our spectacular programs. Lafia Uwarjiki, a Hausa Life phone-in health program where you get to interact with your doctors.
Amma alaikum salam, da wa muke magana kuma daga ina kake bugowa?
Sunana Sani Musa daga Ango Sunuki.
Comes up at 9 to 10 a.m. every Saturday. You and your health and other health programs comes up 6 to 6:30 p.m. every Monday. Zoran Shakatawa is a multilingual entertainment program featuring musical artists, actors, comedians.
Muna canja kiɗi suna ihu wayo Freddy Karkabari. You can never see me come.
When it comes to entertainment, Zoran Shakatawa is a sure thing.
Su ne kaman wa'annan alternative source of energy wanda ya kamata.
Akwai wanda ake amfani da shi wanda nake gani.
Muleka Magani is a variety show that embodies happenings in our society. To get a clue of this program, join us live every Sunday morning at 9 to 10 a.m. All these and more on your favorite station, NTA Kaduna, your star station.
As we wrap up this episode, here are some encouragement words to leave you with. Remember, your strength and resilience are an inspiration to us all. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Feminine Focus. We hope that the experiences and advice have inspired and empowered our viewers. We also hope that this conversation will spark a wider discussion about the importance of promoting equality and supporting women in judiciary. See you next week right here on Feminine Focus. Goodbye.